Hello and welcome to the next Lukozer retro game review video. Yeah, you did hear me right, it's actually a retro game review video. And for this one, it is Stormlord, which was released by Hewson in 1989 for Commodore 64. And this is a conversion of the Rafael Checo Spectrum game, conversion by Nick Jones, graphics by Hugh Binns. I'll come to graphics a little bit later on. The music is by Maniacs of Noise, but there's a bit of a fuck up in the credits. The music is credited to Jeroen and Charles Deanon, and I have no idea why, but Gansteith suggested to me why it may have been the case, and it does sound like a pretty good reason as to why. And that was simply that Nick Jones was told, obviously he had nothing to do with the music, and he was told that okay, it's Maniacs of Noise who's providing the music, and just assumed it was Jeroen and Charles Deanon. So rather than just putting Maniacs of Noise for the music credit, he actually wanted to put their names in, but got it wrong. It's actually a collaboration between Jeroen and Johannes Biergauer. I think it's the only time when those two actually did collaborate on a game soundtrack. Don't quote me on that, but I think that is the case. Anyway, let's get a game underway. Whatever, if I actually selected joystick. And here we are. So it is a I guess one of those like platform shooters. There are puzzle elements to it. The puzzle elements are pretty basic. Basically pick up an object, put it somewhere else, and you're done. You know, it's as advanced as the puzzle elements go. Now, being a Rafael Checo rather game, it has several, you know, features that you would always associate with his games. Not least the fact that it's fucking difficult. Anyway, we'll jump on there. So the idea is to get through each level is you have to rescue the fairies that are all scattered about everywhere. If you look on the panel at the bottom there, if you go from left to right, it starts with a number of lives. You see you get 8 lives. That instantly tells you that this game is going to be difficult, as if, you know, seeing Rafael Checo in the credits didn't already tell you that. Next to it we have the sun and the moon. That is your time limit. As far as I can tell, it is fairly generous for the time limit, or at least certainly on the first level. Then you score. Next is the object that you're currently holding, so I've just picked up that umbrella. And then next to that is the fairies count. The 1 indicates that I have collected or rescued 1 fairy, and the 5 tells you how many there are on the particular level. So right, I now need to remember where I'm going next. Yeah, I think it is this. No, it's not this way. Fucking hell. Yes, it is this way. I have to use that. Yeah. It has been a fair while since I last played this. Right, I don't want to hit that or land on that springboard yet. Now, because I've got the umbrella, the raindrops here, they don't do anything to me. If I didn't have it, the raindrops would kill me, because as we all know, rain is lethal. Right, so now I need to go over here and yeah, all these like really fucking hard bastard things just keep flying in. Did fucking well to get through that without losing a life. So that's 2 fairies rescued. So now we want to head back. Right, now we want yeah, here we go, the honey pot. Oh, fuck it. Right. There we go. Right, don't want to hit the springboard now. So we need to distract those bees which are in the way of rescuing that fairy there. So grab the key, drop the honey there, the honey attracts the bees. And that is about the limit of the puzzle elements. Anyway, carry on this way. That plant thing there will kill you if you hit it. These egg things, they release some sort of like dragon-like creatures or whatever, and yeah, they will kill you. So here, oh no, I did have the key. Right, that's 4 out of 5. Last fairy to rescue. So you can see the key up there, guarded by the bees. There is an umbrella. You don't want to pick that up. It looks like I fucking ran out of time. I did not know that the time limit meant you lost all of your lives. You go, fucking what? Okay, that's rather pissed me off. I thought the time limit was a lot more generous than that. Oh, okay, here we go. I was pretty close to getting off the first level there as well. Oh, fuck it now, here we go. I'm gonna fuck it up every fucking time now. Well, as we're into the second attempt, let's get the review underway. The presentation is pretty good. Graphically, the game is fucking amazing. You can't argue that it is anything else. You know, the graphic on the main character, I forget who it is you're playing as. I think it's Thor or Odin. I think it's one of the Norse gods. And yeah, I mean the background graphics and everything else, they all look fantastic. There's not a huge amount of variety in terms of the graphics throughout each different level, but then when you look at the amount of detail that's gone into the graphics in the first place, you can't really criticise it for that. You know, they probably used about as much of the memory as they dared, you know, allocate towards graphics for this thing. So, you know, it's... I told you I was going to be fucking it out all the time. So yeah, visually I think it's fucking amazing. For a 64 game, I think this just looks, you know, superb. There are Amiga games that don't look as visually impressive as this. Now I want to go back and get the honey pot. Right, presentation and visuals covered. Music is superb. Your own tale does not do bad music. Neither does Johannes Biergar. So when the two of them combine, you know the music is going to be good. and it does not disappoint. There is a major tune which is actually missing from this review, like the main like Stormlord sort of like theme or whatever, intro music, which does use quite a few samples. I am not a big fan of 64 games that use a lot of samples. Yeah, so I would certainly, I certainly wouldn't say that it sounds shit, not in the slightest, but it's not one of my favourites. Same reason as to why I don't like the music to Turbo Outrun, for example. Right, so here we are again. Now that umbrella, you don't pick that up. Or at least not yet. Fucking hell. Yeah, those plants are lethal. Now we want the honey, because of course we need to distract those bees that are guarding that area, guarding that key. And we need to put the honey down there and not get killed in the process. Oh, fuck off. So now we can go over and grab the key. Now if you had picked up the honey pot first, then yeah, you would not then have been able to drop, or no, sorry, if you picked up the umbrella first, you would not have then been able to pick up that honey pot and drop it in the right place. I am fast running out of time here. You don't want to waste the key on that door, that's a red herring. You want the door here and grab the last fairy. So there we go. So now we're in this rather weird bonus level. So the fairies are now all flying around dropping what look like magic potions, which you pick up for a bonus. And yeah, I'm not entirely sure what me, firing is actually doing, because I can't really sort of like hit anything. There we go. And we're on to level 2, and now I can't remember which way to go, so let's I knew I was going to fucking do that, and of course that was my last life. Right, last go. Now when the game was first released, it did cause a bit of controversy, because, well, let's face it, all the fairies are all in the buff. Whether it's these one, that little one up there that you're rescuing, or the decorative ones like the one that I'm walking on top of now. And a lot of rather prudish people, shall we say, were all saying about how fucking out of order it was and all this fucking bollocks. My personal opinion is, if you are the type of person who's going to sit there and crack one off over Commodore 64 gaming graphics, you've got bigger problems to worry about than whether or not the fairies in a game that you're playing are in the buff or not. So yeah, I just don't get the whole, oh fuck's sake, I don't get the, the whole controversy. So on to the game itself. How do I rate it? I'm not the biggest fan of Rafał Czeko games, because I think they're always too fucking hard. So I guess his most well-known ones are the two Cybernoid games. The best thing about the Cybernoid games by a distance for me is the music. The actual games themselves I'm not a big fan of. It didn't help that back in the day I never had Cybernoid 2, but I did have the first one. But of course I had the Amiga version. The Amiga version was absolutely shite. It was a straight Atari ST port. And it had no music at all. So the redeeming feature of the 64 game wasn't there in the Amiga one, because you didn't have any music at all. Oh fucking hell, that's too close. Fucking hell, push it up, you cunt. So anyway, as far as this game goes, it's probably my favourite Ralph Checo game that I have covered so far, but that really is damning with faint praise, because I have been, I freely admit, deliberately avoiding Raphael Checo stuff, because I just don't like how fucking difficult they are. So they always look fucking fantastic, and they always sound fucking fantastic as well, but as far as the actual gameplay goes, yeah, I just think they're too fucking hard. This one, I always thought that the time limit was quite generous, but that is clearly not the case, because I'm getting absolutely fuck all nowhere. And again, I am really fucking up against it as far as the time limit goes. I wouldn't like to think that I've been wasting time or anything like that. The other thing is that although, the graphic on the time limit there does look good, it's not massively helpful. I would like to have some idea of how long I've got, and it's you cunt. I was about 2 fucking pixels away. The time limit counter thing is not all that clear, and then you get the game difficulty. So by Raphael Checo standards, it's not too bad, but it is still pretty fucking difficult. And while the game is visually fantastic, I think, play level 1 and you have seen the graphics at their best. So it's one of those games that you think is great when you first play it. Your interest in it though very quickly wanes, and there's not a lot here to bring you back, unless you are one of those people who can crack one off over the side of a Commodore 64 rendered nude fairy, in which case, well, you can see you've got fucking problems. So I rate it 6 out of 10. I can't really rate it any higher than that. So audibly great, visually great if lacking variety, gameplay wise so, difficulty level doesn't help, and the time limit so I thought was generous. Turns out I was nowhere near fucking accurate with that one, and that will just make the game frustrating. So there we go, Stormlord for Commodore 64, 6 out of 10. I've played worse. That brings this review to an end, and we'll see you in the next one.